think it's terribly important that we have a scholarship fund. And I've provided you some reasons there. I think it's very important both to attract really good, worthy students to the school, and also so that some of those students who may not be able to afford the fees can be accommodated in the school. Because I think that sort of, those students, it's very good for them to be able to come here, but there should be the sort of students that will contribute to the school, and also the sort of students that when they leave school will contribute to society, and also that reflects back on the school. I think it keeps people on their toes. When you read about various historical prominent figures, quite often you discover that they were the product of scholarships. Samuel Pepys was a scholarship boy from a fairly poor family in London who ended up as the controller of the British Navy. Another rather prominent person in Australian history, of course, was Captain Cook, whose father was quite a poor family, agricultural worker, and he was sponsored by his father's employer as a scholarship boy to school in Yorkshire. Had a lot of fun rowing. Well, I was only in the fourths. At one stage we took a boat and rowed it down to Barwon Heads and camped overnight and rowed back again. We had a master named John Bechevaise who used to take us on hiking trips, and he took us way down southwest Tasmania to a place called Federation Peak. And we had a very good music master named George Logie Smith, who ran Gilbert and Sullivan productions and school orchestras and all sorts of things. My initial headmaster was Sir Francis Rolland, who's back there. He was an amazing man. He had started as a Presbyterian minister. He'd been at the First World War as an army chaplain, and he was awarded a military cross, which is a medal for valour, in France in the 1914-18 war. And for a padre, for a minister, to be awarded a medal, that's what is quite unusual. So Frank Rolland really was quite a real character. There's some rivalry at one stage because of one of the test series. The captain of the Australian test team was Lindsay Hassett, who was an old boy of this school. The captain of the English test team was a man named Yardley, who was an old boy of my father's old school. And so we used to have arguments about that. Well, I suppose it set me on an academic path. The logical thing then to do was to go to Ormond and Melbourne University. I was more interested in the sciences. And I was tossing up between medicine and engineering. I ended up doing medicine, but then I ended up doing orthopaedic surgery, which is a rather engineering form of medicine. No, I think that anyone who's still alive has to have enough money to live on. And so the amount they can give to the school is limited. But their estate may well be worth quite a lot. And so there's a lot more money available. Nearly everyone owns a house by that age, which is worth a lot of money. But there aren't many people who could talk about giving that sort of money to the school while they're still alive. For those reasons, I would encourage them to leave a substantial amount in their will, and they may well leave enough money to have a named scholarship after them so that they and their family remember for posterity